Borgia, longtime NBA referee in the 50s. We're underway. Chicago in red, Pistons in white, controlled by the Bulls.
Well, early in the ball game, Jordan will usually pass off and try to set up the other players to try to get everyone incorporated.
Grant. Rebound by Vinnie Johnson, and here's Thomas. The heart of the team, and once again the leading scorer.
They always try to get Adrian Dantley or Isaiah to go off the dribble early. Try to break down the coverage.
Inside, Vinnie Johnson. Vinnie Johnson has made the most of his starting opportunity for Joe Dumars in the 11 games he's been in there. Pippen off the screen, and the Pistons clogged that up.
Detroit, one of the quickest rotating teams that we have defensively. You'll see them double team and get back to the people quickly.
Cartwright, 3 on the shot clock, and hit on the arm by Scottie Pippen on the turnover. Wide open in the corner is Sam Vincent.
Over the past 2 seasons, both of these teams are extremely tough in the half-court defense, and they are difficult to shoot a high field goal percentage against.
Laimbeer. Johnson tried to keep it alive, and it's Chicago's ball. The Bulls are 25-18. They would be second in the Atlantic Division, third in the Midwest, and fourth in the Pacific, but they find themselves in the number 5 slot in the very tough Central Division.
Well, this division is the old black and blue from the days of Midwest football.
And it really is that. Laimbeer picking up Jordan on a switch. Now Johnson gets back with him. 4 on the clock. Grant has a shot blocked by Laimbeer, who follows it up. And Horace Grant, in his second year, who's been very big off the boards lately for Chicago.
Well, Chicago has been able to hurt Detroit by getting an awful lot of offensive rebounds in every game. The major problem is converting the shot.
Sally, who's not been a strength offensively, is fouled going in. He wants to get that part of his game up a notch. Defensively, he's all over the place. Well,
he makes many good things happen because he's so active on the offensive boards. Between he and Rodman, they have 2 of the best young players in the league. But
here's Adrian Dantley. And by the way, that's where Michael Jordan got hit, we understand. And Jordan has revealed to Pat O'Brien, by the way, that he will not participate in next Saturday's All-Star Slam Dunk Contest. And Pat will have more on that at the half.
When you think of Michael Jordan, you're thinking about a guy who very seldom leaves the court. He's leading the league in minutes played, 41 minutes a game. Last year, he led the league with 40 minutes a game. So, you know, they can talk all they want that it's not a one-man team, but we know that the emphasis of all of their offensive plays is towards his position.
Michael Williams, the rookie from Baylor, has come in the game, replacing Vinnie Johnson for Detroit. Pippen working against Dantley. Good rotation again. Vincent hits the shot, but he had a man in his face.
Well, Detroit, they've only been beaten once off the dribble, and that was by Vincent going to the hole earlier about 2 minutes ago. They're extremely tough.
Off the screen, Isaiah Thomas finds the pick and roll. Laimbeer baseline. Beautifully executed play.
That was a classic. Came off at 2 dribbles, opened up a nice passing lane.
Bulls with 3 new starters in the lineup, all in the front court this season. Pippen, who scores there, along with Grant and Cartwright, acquired from the Knicks in the Oakley trade.
All right, open it up now.
7-point Chicago lead.
Pick and roll.
Thomas. Vincent the rebound. Detroit gets back on defense.
I like what I see early tonight from Chicago. They're really pushing and looking for the transition shot.
Cartwright posting up. Good position now. Better for Cartwright than before. And they'll call the foul on Laimbeer. It'll be his second personal. Making his mark. James Edwards also comes in as Hodges hits from outside. The Bulls are starting to hit the perimeter shot.
Well, Doug Collins told us yesterday that Hodges, when he came to the ball club, had difficulty coming off down screens. That was a perfect example of him improving, making the catch and shooting all in one motion.
Williams looking inside for Dantley. Pippen is fronting him, though. Edwards strong to the basket. James Edwards His acquisition last year was a big part of the Pistons getting to the NBA Finals and giving the Lakers all they could handle.
Well, anytime you pick up a guy who's played 11 years in the league and averaged double figures and shoots a high percentage, he's a major plus.
Cartwright beats Edwards to the hoop. So Laimbeer on the bench with 2 personals for the Pistons, and Sally also getting a breather.
See, if Cartwright will just make his catches and take the ball to the basket today, he'll wear down Laimbeer and Edwards.
Pippen and Dantley squaring off inside. And Isaiah Thomas with his second basket. 22-15, Chicago leading. We have 4 minutes remaining in the first period. Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown along with Pat O'Brien here in the Palace, and Cartwright took that extra step and traveled.
Things down inside the stadium. Outside, their other starters are just starting.
Night like 10 degrees, you can come outside, your car's already warmed up, ready to go. It makes an easy trip home.
These guys really do the job. These guys are the behind-the-scenes hero.
You always have to move their seats, most of them. It's really easy. The players, they know. After we start and pull them up, we move the seat back. It's all taken care of for them.
They come out sometimes sweaty and, you know, hot and cold. Makes a big difference for them being out here to come in a warm car.
Oh, don't pull up and hey, these are the best guys in the world.
See you guys next game.
Let's all make a mental note. Do not ride in an automobile with Bill Cartwright. A couple of guys...
Overs 12-2 in points off of turnovers, and that may be the key of this game. Start of the second half, Adrian Dantley. And Jordan gets the rebound. Dantley scored 6 in the first half. Jordan going to work. Cartwright with a putback.
Cartwright freed up that time, Dick, because his man went over for the double team. Bill went right to the front of the rim.
Bulls had scored just 3 baskets in the last 8 minutes of the period. Laimbeer looking inside. Thomas. Vincent nearly knocked it away for a steal. 4 on the shot clock. Double team on Isaiah. Laimbeer for 3. And now a long rebound. But look how Detroit battled. And it's going to be Detroit's ball, but they stopped the long rebound and the possible break. There is the shooting percentage. Both teams over 50%. The turnovers, as Hubie mentioned, has really hurt Chicago badly. Dantley all the way. The leading scorers, Vinnie Johnson with 18 and Jordan with 14 are the top point men. And a 9-point lead. Jordan off the screen. They double him immediately. Sam Vincent has missed just 1 shot today. He is 5 for 6 from the field.
All of the Chicago guards are shooting a high percentage today, getting excellent input.
Looking for Sally, posting up against Grant. Again, Laimbeer. That's his shot. Lurks outside. Rarely do you see Laimbeer inside. And the lead now, 9. Matches the biggest lead the Pistons had toward the end of the first half. Cartwright has it back. And Cartwright with that spinning one-hander falling away.
Well, Detroit couldn't play that any better. Isaiah Thomas did an excellent job at faking the double team, and then he finally made the move. Tough fall-away jump shot.
Dantley inside. Adrian Dantley with 10 points.
You better watch out there. You can't allow him to get going here, and he's got 2 quick field goals.
Pippen open in the corner for a 3. Laimbeer the rebound. Detroit can open up their biggest lead of the game. Vinnie Johnson gets the foul and will have that opportunity.
Well, Doug is uptight, and he has a right to be, because in the transition defense, as Detroit is pushing the ball down the floor, as Sellers comes in the ball game now, Pippen has lost.
Vinnie Johnson, normally coming off the bench, has scored 20 or more points. Pippen with 2 fouls on the bench. Jordan off a Grant screen. Look how Detroit, though, quickly catches up and fights through the screen. Jordan throws it away. Bulls have to settle down if they want to hang in this third quarter. I see a little more frustration in Michael Jordan this year than in any other season. I know he wants more help on his team. Dantley fouled going to the hoop, and the foul will be on Vincent.
That's Adrian Dantley at his best. He has incredible patience when he catches the ball. And watch the fake. Now watch his eyes go. There it is, another fake. And he gets a 7-foot player to come up in the air, and then it's all over. Because once he gets down inside, looking for, at the other end of the ship, might have been looking for more harmony within their total ball club. But if the deal is Dumars and Mahorn, for as long as they have lost them, expect your scoring to be up.
Under 9 minutes to go in the third period. Vincent looking for Cartwright. Laimbeer playing him straight up, and Cartwright not consistent with the jumper. He's had some opportunities. Steal by Grant, and a bad pass by the Pistons. One of the few bad ones they've thrown.
Great play by Michael Jordan that time. I like the job that Laimbeer is doing on Cartwright. He's muscling him, pushing him out, and he is not allowing him to get into the low post game.
Dantley. 13 for Adrian Dantley. 7 here in the third period.
He's got the feel right now, and he's saying, he's looking at Sellers and he's saying to him, where am I going? Off the dribble, and we're going to take the jumper.
That was off Cartwright's hands. Another turnover. That's killed Chicago in this one thus far. Dantley deciding what to do against Sellers. Goes inside. No foul. And we're going to have a jump ball. Nope, a loose ball foul instead.
No, he caught his own ball. He shot the ball and caught his own shot. Here's Michael Jordan on a spectacular save underneath. Right to Grant, coming down for the dunk.
Caught his own pass is the correct ball. So it's Chicago ball, trailing 70-58. Thomas nearly picked Vincent's pocket. Jordan, open man is Vincent. He's been hot today and remains so. 10-point lead for the Pistons.
Michael Jordan has made some sensational passes today, finding 3 people for easy shots.
Grant all the way tight to meet Sally, is not an outside shooting threat. Dantley given room by Sellers that time. Risky. Cartwright cleared.
You know, I don't understand. Sellers is 7 foot and he keeps his arms at the side. If he put his arms up, he would really bother Dantley.
I mean, you're talking Dantley 6'3" or 6'4" against a 7-footer, and another turnover by Chicago. They are a lackadaisical team for the most part today.
Frustrating day for Doug Collins. Feeding the post, very careless with the basketball today. And when that happens, there's nothing you can do. It's the guys on the floor.
Cleveland leading Charlotte on their way to their 34th win in 44 starts. You saw the score. Vinnie Johnson with a runner has 22 in the game. 12-point Detroit lead with 6:40 remaining in the third period. Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown here at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Sellers with another outside shot. Bulls have already turned the ball over more times today than they have for a game during the season. 16.
Well, they're usually one of the better teams in the league in protecting the basketball. That's why it's so out of character and so frustrating.
Jordan with the rebound on Laimbeer's miss. Lead is 10 for the Pistons. Jordan trying to work Chicago back in the game. No movement by the Bulls other than Jordan right here. Hits the shot. The other 4 stood around. Maybe they expected the shot.
Well, it's interesting how sometimes Detroit double teams Michael. Sometimes they play him one-on-one and they channel him either to his right or to his left. He never gets the same look on either side of the floor.
Illegal defense called against Chicago. That's the first one of the game. Next time will be a technical for the Bulls. Vincent has scored 12 points, a hot shooter. Now Paxson. Very steady player. Quick double team on Dantley.
Plenty of time. 12 seconds.
Given the outside shot, Dantley makes good. 15 for Dantley. He can really mull those decisions over, can he, outside? And the lead is 10. Michael Jordan. Knocked away by Sally. Jordan gets it back. And a 3-foot block and a new 24-second clock. I don't know what Michael Jordan's going to end up with today, UB, but whatever it is, he is laboring to get the offense going, either his or the rest of the team.
Well, sometimes they double team him as soon as he catches the ball. Sometimes they wait until he puts it down on the floor.
He hits just inside the 3-point line. He has 18 points and has hit 8 of his 12 shots. So he's shooting well. But it's been a struggle for Chicago all the way around.
Isaiah posting up Paxson.
Got it down to 6. The double team. Lane Beer. 7 on the shot clock. Paxson holds Isaiah Thomas, who gets hit in the head. Isaiah seems to be all right. We're at the Palace of Auburn Hills, Michigan. 21,000. Their biggest lead was 12. Chicago has come back somewhat with 4:40 to go in the third.
Another clear out.
Lane Beer hitting from outside. The last foul was on Paxson, his first. Detroit has not picked up a team foul this quarter. Jordan with a good first step, but it's just not going there. He's hit the outside shot, misses the layup. Thomas, Lane Beer, foul, Chicago. Corzine posting up. Sellers open for the outside shot. Chicago trying to get back in the game with outside shooting. That's not the way to do it. Rodman slithers in for the basket. And the biggest lead of the game established by the Pistons, a 14-point bowl.
And there's a pair of tight Air Jordans from Nike. This is something you can buy. And there's a patented, vicious, high-flying 360 slam dunk. This is something you cannot do. Let me repeat myself. This you can buy. You cannot do this. Can. No!
Get a 3- or 4-year contract, play himself into shape, and then even maybe be ready for the expansion draft.
Corzine with a turnaround hook. Rebound Rodman, and the foul is on Grant, and that'll be number 4 on Horace Grant. Sandy Lyle continues to lead the Los Angeles Open. Final round coming up following our game today. Scottie Pippen will come in replacing Grant. Pippen has scored only 4 points today, averaging nearly 13, and Grant in foul trouble with 4.
Both think that Dennis Rodman might be the the premier defensive player in this league.
Trap, Pistons. Good time for them to trap. Pippen inside the line, misses outside. Edwards the rebound. Here's Vinnie Johnson, reverse layup. Loose ball into the hands of Thomas. Vinnie Johnson goes for his own rebound, and a loose ball foul called against Johnson.
Give the Pistons their due. They've been ripped.
John Paxson, 82-68. We have 2:39 remaining in the third period. Pistons have won 7 of their last 9 games and are riding a 3-game winning streak. One of those coming against the Bulls in Chicago last week. Danley in a crowd. Jordan all over Thomas. Oh. Got the shot off at the buzzer. That's kind of a sky hook, would you say? You got to learn that from Kareem. Paxson, Rodman on him. Corzine setting a pick.
Zone call that time. They're going to force the issue, and they're not going to let you beat him off the dribble. Think how many times today that Chicago's been down inside off the dribble.
Under 2 minutes to go, and the Pistons get their hands on the ball. Agassi beats Gonzalez. The USA completes a 5-0 sweep in their Davis Cup match. 82-69.
There's your trap, forcing Jordan to get rid of the ball.
And Pippen from the corner hit. Chicago scored 31 points in the first period, had 19, and now 21. They're trying to make a rally here. They've scored 5 in a row. Still down by 11.
Well, when James Edwards comes in the game, they go to him right away to get him started.
Double team. 4 on the shot clock, and they'll call the foul against Adrian Dantley.
Well, that time, Michael Jordan fronted Adrian Dantley, and Adrian Dantley, this was really some battle. Look at these two guys going in your screen. Michael Jordan trying to front him and hold on. Dantley going to strip him away.
Well, a chance to cut it under 10. That's what you always want to do if you've been way back going into the 4th period. And that's what the Bulls can do here.
Quick double team.
Corzine missed an open shot with a minute to go. Could have made it a 9-point game, and now Detroit back. Putting pressure again on Chicago's defense.
High pick and roll.
With Edwards. Then they go to Vinnie Johnson. 24 points for Vinnie Johnson. And that matches his season's high. And the lead is 13.
Their perimeter shooting today has been as good as anything this year for them.
Paxson comes back with a 3-point shot with 36 seconds to go.
They're still in excellent shape here. They're only down 10 points. But they need a good stand defensively right now.
And they've got, you said, they've got to protect the ball against that Detroit defense. 12 on the shot clock. The difference around 10 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. 4. Isaiah Thomas with a runner. He gets his own rebound with 12, and they can play for the last attempt. Corzine and Edwards shoving a little bit inside. 3 seconds to go. Edwards blocked by Jordan from behind, and this shot, no. But the Bulls
to Olajuwon, right at the buzzer.
Here comes Magic. He's got it. He throws it on the way for 3.
Jordan. Rejected by Ewing. Grant can't hit. Here's Pippen. NBA action. It's fantastic.
Chicago by 9 off of turnovers, and they're leading by 10, so that gives you a pretty good idea of what has been the big difference in the game. Michael Jordan has 19 points to lead Chicago, and Vinnie Johnson, red hot, 24 points to lead Detroit. But the Bulls cut the deficit from 16 to 10 in the 3rd period, and they say that this is Michael's quarter, the 4th, so we'll see how it develops.
Right now they're going down inside. They were looking for him to post them that time.
He's lurking now, and now moving into the middle as Corzine goes strong to the hoop and draws the foul.
That was a nice read by Corzine that time. He saw that he had the alley, and he just put the ball down on the floor. He's not going at any great rate of speed, but he had the defensive man on his shoulder.
Foul was on Edwards. Paxson saves it nicely. They said Chicago needed an inside scoring threat, so they got Cartwright from the Knicks. Jordan hits his first shot to start the 4th period, and now it's an 8-point affair.
Doug Collins up cheering his ball club on, but they must get tougher defensively. They've just been too soft today.
Bulls, meanwhile, are on a 10-2 run, but if they do anything, it'll be off the defense, and they're called for their first illegal defense of the game. And it's the second, excuse me. It'll be a technical foul, and Dantley will shoot.
Well, Michael Jordan that time was trying to help out. He didn't think that Paxson had his man, so he was going to come over and pick up Isaiah Thomas that time.
At the conclusion of the game, Hubie and I will select
another clear out.
Technical foul called against Chuck Daly. So I'm going to maybe take over this game now. I mean, you know, he was frustrated coming in because of the way he's played against Detroit, the way they've defensed him. Vinnie Johnson having a blast with 26.
See, their main double team guy is Michael Jordan. Vinnie Johnson is making him pay the price by hitting all of these open shots when Michael leaves him.
Paxson breaks the double team and hits the open shot. 9-point affair. Opening minutes here of the 4th period. And a Chicago foul will be their first team foul of this.
You played, and he'll use the forearms on you, like right there to get the pass.
He's played much better as of late, so maybe some of the best trades are the ones you don't make. 14 on the shot clock. Thomas doing a lot of other things in scoring today, feeding off nicely. The good players will do that. If their eye, they don't have the shooting eye, they'll make up for it. Pippen beats the crowd. Now it's interesting.
Beautiful pass by Michael Jordan. You know, he doesn't push hard on the fast break. He kind of lopes and then sizes up the floor.
87 to 80. They're going to bring Sally and Lane Beer back in for Detroit. Dantley gets control in a crowd, draws the foul. Bulls on the road. More evidence as to why the Central Division is the toughest in the league.
Well, Milwaukee 18.
Dantley has scored 14 of his 18 points in the second half. 2 minutes gone by, final period. Scottie Pippen with a three-point basket from the side. It's an 89-83 game. Now Chicago hanging in there nicely, quieting the crowd here at the Palace.
It's getting increasingly more difficult to set a pick on somebody today. Guys are running right through the picks.
Dantley tipped up and in by Dennis Rodman.
Guess who?
Right? That's what we should say.
That's it.
He was the hero in overtime for the Pistons in Chicago after Jordan had fouled out. Rodman took over the game, it seemed. That was last Tuesday. Stepping on the line, a turnover, Chicago ball.
Second time today that Scottie Pippen has received the pass from Michael Jordan and stepped out of bounds.
Sally, Rodman, Lane Beer up front. Thomas and Vinnie Johnson. Johnson off the screen. Lane Beer. Chicago has been shooting well the entire game, but 65% in the second half. Really going wild.
Here's your quick trap on Jordan to get him to give the ball up and then let the clock run down.
Jordan, and they'll call a Detroit foul on Vinnie Johnson. That will be the second team foul on Detroit. Chicago also with 2 in this final quarter. Chuck Daly already with a technical foul. Got to within 1 game of winning it all last year against the Lakers. Sellers.
Rushed that one.
Loose ball. Pippen saves it. That was Jordan, though, that allowed the Bulls to keep the ball. Paxson hits a 3, and this one tightens up some more. 93 to 86.
From here to the end, if they can get anything at all in a three-point game from Paxson and Hodges, it will really, really take the pressure off of all of the double teams of Jordan.
Paxson has hit all 4 shots. 2 of them have been for 3s. Isaiah Thomas loses the ball to Jordan. 3 on 2. Pippen. Vinnie Johnson wrapped around Michael. They isolate him one-on-one, and Jordan. Rebound, Lane Beer. Had a chance to cut it to 5. And a foul.
Well, Paxson was hand-checking Isaiah as he was moving along. Isaiah was going to turn the corner and beat him that time.
Doug Collins. Thomas off the glass. Not shooting well today. Rodman puts it back up. And Sally the rebound, and he's held. They gave the foul to Sally.
That's right. Detroit really shocked over that call.
Yeah, good call, man.
And the foul called against Chicago. They go right back with it. It's Brad Sellers setting a moving pick.
You know, that's tough. That's tough because it was down off on the baseline area. Here's the ball that goes up. Now watch what happens here as Sellers in your right-hand corner right there. See, he's held right there. Both guys were holding on, so you could have called it either way. But the initial look, it was against Chicago. That's the way it looked initially.
Grant replaces Sellers in the lineup for the Bulls. 7:15 remaining, 4th period. Orzine out to meet Lane Beer. Posting up. Dantley, and the ball is thrown away. You know, Pippen is going to develop, I think, as a good defensive player, the way he is so active.
Well, he's active. He has long arms. He has quick feet. So he can do this. He should be able to give Dantley more problems than he does down inside because of the size factor.
Chance again for the Bulls to cut it to 5. Jordan in traffic.
Plenty of time.
Goes for three and hits a big three-point basket for Michael Jordan, and it's a 4-point game.
He said he didn't need much time. He knocked that one down as soon as it hit his hands.
Timeout Detroit, and a good timeout called by Chuck Day in there with Rodman and Lane Beer and Sally and Thomas. So Rodman is playing a backcourt position. He's in there now as a guard. Thomas. Every time they needed the big basket, Lane Beer, Thomas, they've gotten it.
And their perimeter shooting has just been outstanding.
So Rodman is guarding Michael Jordan now.
Well, this comes off the matchup of Tuesday night, Dick.
Jordan finds Grant. No basket, traveling, called against Grant.
Now, you know why that's frustrating? Think about it. That's the 5th pass that Michael Jordan has made to somebody in the painted area. Doug Collins is so upset because they should have 5 dunks, and they are 0 for 5.
Some of them started within the first couple of minutes of this game. Under 6 minutes to go in this 4th period, 95-89. Detroit, Dantley. Pippen won't leave his feet. Good defense by Scotty.
Beautiful, hands up.
Sally is held. No basket if it goes, and that'll be the 4th team foul against Chicago. Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown here at the Palace of Auburn Hills, Michigan, where with 24 leads Chicago. Vinnie Johnson, the high man, with 26 for Detroit. Lane Beer. Again, the perimeter shot, Hubie.
Yeah, but you see, Dantley's the one that keeps setting that up. His ability to get to the middle of the floor. Corzine had to go back to try to help out that time. Lambier opens up.
And by the way, Grant is playing with 5 personal fouls. Michael Jordan is fouled going to the playoffs. 6-point lead for the Pistons.
Going to bring Dantley into the low post area on the ball side of the floor.
Jordan is moving him away, knocked away by Jordan, and they'll call Michael for the foul, and that'll be 98-91. Chicago down by 7, short for Paxson. Again, they rush the shot. No passing. 1 man down, put it up.
Well, the defense channeled him to an area down behind the backboard. Tough shot that time.
Under 5 minutes to play.
Pick and spot up now with Lambier.
Thomas. Corzine clears, and here's Jordan open court.
Here's your double team.
Can't get around it because Rodman and Sally won't let him.
See, they're so quick to double team and then get back to their own men.
And as you said, they do it differently each time.
Every time. They give it to you and then they take it off.
Jordan misses a long-range shot. Dantley the rebound. So the Bulls used a lot of time and came up with nothing. Double on Dantley. And the basket counts and a foul, Isaiah Thomas.
Watch how he converts nothing into something big.
Crowd on its feet. It's a 100-91 game.
Of how tough it is to score. Watch the shot clock. Here's the double team. Rodman and Sally, 6'9" and 7 foot. Now you'll see they'll take the ball out and they'll rotate up at the other side of the floor. But keep your eyes on that shot clock. See, with no low post player, no back to the basket threat, that's what you end up with.
Nearly 35 a game. Michael Jordan has 26 in this game. Only twice this year has he been held under 30% shooting in a game, both by the Detroit Pistons, the last 2 times these teams have played.
Well, you know, with the injury to Dumars, Isaiah Thomas is playing 42 minutes a night and really sparking them.
10-point lead again for Detroit. The Bulls had it down to 4. Pippen misses a 3, and of course you live by it, you can die by those attempts as well. Question will always be, is it too early to start going for those three-point shots, or is that part of the flow?
Philosophy, and whether you think the guys can make them or not. That's how they're going in the flow. Look at this guy. This guy's murder.
Jordan knocks the ball out of Dantley's hand. Terrific defensive play by Michael. 10-point game. Bulls have not had a basket in the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Plenty of time on the clock. Grant in trouble.
Plenty of time.
Throw it away.
Bad.
Here's Thomas. That was the 20th turnover by the Chicago Bulls. And they'll look at that statistic purely as the reason why they might not have won this game today.
So uncharacteristic. Team only averages 15 a game.
Corzine with 2:43 to go. 10-point game. 103 to 93.
The Pistons are smart, Dick. They're going to run the clock. They're going to run it down, get into their quick-hitting game.
Dantley has it slapped away by Jordan, out of bounds. Detroit's ball. Jordan has made one steal and nearly another one. And now there are 5 seconds for the Pistons to try a shot. Cleveland over Charlotte, 110 to 91. The Cavaliers remain on top. Well, when it's going good, it's going good. And John Sally hits from outside his first basket. Getting down to the 2-minute mark. The lead is 12. Laimbeer fell down, and Grant missed a layup. He must have missed 5 or 6 inside shots today.
They're the gimmies in the game. And when you get the gimmies, you must put them away. And they're highly emphasized when you're on the road.
Thomas goes by Corzine and lays it in. 107-93. Timeout, Chicago. So the Detroit Pistons will remain 3.5 behind Cleveland and stay a half a game ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks.
He almost had to learn to re-coach this basketball team because of losing 2 quality players.
Interesting. That was Paxson, and of course he had to play Vinnie Johnson and Thomas a lot more minutes. You mentioned the 42 minutes by Isaiah Thomas. Here's the trap by Chicago.
Chicago in the 1-3-1 trap with Grant in the back. Excellent anticipation that time by Paxson, except he just could not hold on to the ball on the steal that time.
Final round coverage of the Los Angeles Open coming up next. Dantley foul will go to the line again, so he'll be in double figures at the free throw line. And when you talk about how the Pistons are playing well defensively, playoff style. Don't forget, 2:45 Eastern next Sunday, the NBA All-Star game from the Astrodome in Houston. That's the 3rd three-point basket of the game by John Paxson. And he is the 2nd leading scorer today for Chicago after Jordan's 26. Paxson with 15. The trap again with 1 minute remaining. 109-98. Steal by Pippen, knocks it to Paxson, who gets the easy 2. I tell you, Chicago is forcing turnovers down the stretch.
Well, but it's a little bit too late.
Yeah.
You know, they just cannot overcome the rash of carelessness turnovers on silly passing. If Detroit holds on here, it will be 12 wins to 3.
Pippen. Rebound Jordan. He's fouled. And of course the playoffs. Now, Doug Collins told us yesterday, and they'll have full court now.
You can't let a player go long on you now.
In the Mammoth Astrodome in Houston, Texas. Dominique Wilkins, Charles Barkley, Moses Malone, Michael Jordan, and Isaiah Thomas will start. The rest of the team, Kevin McHale, Larry Nance, Terry Cummings, Brad Daugherty, Patrick Ewing. And in the backcourt, Mark Price and Mark Jackson. The Western starters, Karl Malone, Alex English, Shaquem Olajuwon of the hometown Houstons, Magic Johnson and Dale Ellis, James Worthy of the Lakers, and Tom Chambers, Duckworth and Eaton, Drexler, Stockton, and Mullen. 2:45 Eastern. You'll see the stars glitter next Sunday I know you're looking forward to your first All-Star game behind the mic.
Well, it's going to be nice to be up close and personal and see the talents. Everybody not worrying about structure of offense or defense, the creativity.
Sunday. 111 to 102, half a minute remaining. Bulls will drop to 9 and 13 away from home. Paxson, who has 3 3-pointers. So the Cavaliers and the Pistons still